Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Outside Geeks TV review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Season 2 of the Netflix show Daredevil. And just a forewarning, if you haven't seen Season 1 or Season 2, because there's a pretty good chance of spoilers ahead, if you haven't seen either season, don't continue on, because like I said, there's going to be some spoilers. So, without any further ado, let's begin. So I do have to say that this season of Daredevil is way more intense than the last one. I mean, the last one, if Daredevil didn't succeed, then the most that would have actually really happened was just one more crime lord walking the street. I mean, yeah, that crime lord is the Kingpin, or Wilson Fisk. He wasn't really crowned the Kingpin as of then, but Wilson Fisk nonetheless. But still, that just would have been one more that he would have had to clean up. It wouldn't have had major overbearing consequences as to what would have happened. In this one, if he didn't defeat the Black Hand, shit was going to get real right quick. And the character of Matt Murdock knew this. He understood this. So he even went as far as to push his career as being a lawyer aside to get this done, which really put a strain on his and Foggy's friendship and the relationship between him and Karen. And that's really all that really centralized around that character was he had to do this, but it's putting a strain on his career, his friendship, and his love life. That's about it. So let's get into the two new characters in this show. The Punisher and Elektra. Now, I'm going to start off with the Punisher, and I have to say this is probably the best version of that character I have seen yet. Seriously, he was amazing. He was dark, he was gritty, but you also felt that story behind him. We all know this Punisher's backstory of the whole dead family and all that, being gunned down by mobsters who got into a gunfight. We all know that story. But the way that Frank Castle describes it, and the way that he goes into how he loved his family and how he loved his daughter and who his family were from a personality point of view as well. I mean, he talked about his wife. He talked about his kids. You don't see that so much in the comics, at least not in the comics that I have seen him in. He's just more of that trigger-happy anti-hero. Where in this one, you feel for him, and you really want things. You want the good things to happen to this character, regardless of the sake that he kills people mercilessly. So, the Punisher, fucking phenomenal in this role. And I look forward to seeing more of him. I've actually heard that people are petitioning for him to have his own series, and honestly, from what I saw, I hope he does. I hope this guy gets his own series as the Punisher. I can't remember the actor's name off the top of my head, but he was amazing. Just phenomenal. Alright, now for Elektra. Elektra, for me, even in the comics, I've always found to be just kind of a blah character. That's kind of how I felt about her in this show as well. She's just kind of a blah character. I know that she's got way more going for her than it looks to me, but I was kind of disappointed when I saw how she was portrayed and whatnot. I mean, like I said, I didn't really care for her in the comics, so for me to be disappointed is kind of saying something. And I mean, right off the hop when I saw her, I was like, meh. You know, she's being portrayed okay, but it's kind of a different twist on it. And then I saw that she was trained by Stick, and I kind of gained a little bit more interest, but it was kind of a back and forth thing, and it really she was just kind of meh. I think the actress portrayed her all right. I think some of it was just direction or even scripting, but oh well, no big deal. All in all, Season 2, I actually think was better than Season 1. It was more intense, it had more, it just gripped you, and it kept you wanting to watch it. Honestly, this probably would have ended up being the first video for the Outside Geeks, but I had to wait on roommates because they tend to get a little testy when you don't wait for them to watch something that we're all watching. So, oh well. This was the Outside Geeks TV review. Have a good day, everyone.